on the beautiful campus of Rochester University and inside of Garth Pleasant Arena, this is Warriors basketball on the Rochester Sports Network. Alongside my broadcast partner Trent Fagan, I'm Stephen MacDonald, saying hello everyone and welcome to our broadcast as the Rochester Warriors host the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. The Warriors come in 7-1 on the season and 2-1 in conference play after a midweek setback at Madonna. The Blue Devils are 5-4 overall and 2-2 in the WAC, but fell last time out to Indiana Tech. The Warriors lead the all-time series 13-2, including an 8-1 mark here at Garth Pleasant Arena. We'll bring in my broadcast partner Trent Fagan on the other side with tip-off between the Rochester Warriors and Lawrence Tech Blue Devils next on the Rochester Sports Network.
For today's men's basketball matchup between the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils and your Rochester Warriors. The Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference and the NAIA are committed to maintaining the true spirit of competition in athletics. As such, please do your part by showing respect to every spectator, athlete, coach, and official involved in today's contest. And before kicking off today's contest, Warrior Athletics would like to take time to welcome students, staff, and families representing the Pontiac School District for Pontiac Schools Day. The Warriors are proud to celebrate the Pontiac community and its significance to the Rochester University campus with many Warriors from the area across several sports. Please give a warm welcome to Pontiac Schools. And now for our starting lineups. First, for the Blue Devils. At guard, number 0, Brandon Beavers. At guard, number 2, Aaron Dolney. At forward, number 4, Nathaniel Ward. At forward, number 23, Alejandro Gonzalez. And at forward, number 34, Elvis Gil-Dugas. Your head coach,
how do you make your mic easier?
assistants Ty Searles and Joe Lightfoot.
Oh, do you want me to leave?
If you want it, okay. It's up to you.
Okay. I'll be right back then. I'm gonna go set this up here. Probably my phone.
Pre-game just about wrapped up from inside of Garth Pleasant Arena. That is the word from our PA announcer, Mark Stowers. For my broadcast partner, Trent Fagan, I'm Stephen McDonald. Warriors getting set to battle with the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils. The women, just a little bit ago, finished off their contest with a win. Needed to claw their way through that fourth quarter of that one to pull out the win. The men with their opportunity as both teams make their way out on the court. Tip is up.
We go. Always an electric start to the men's game. There always is. Pre-game rituals always get me fired up for the watch these games here at Garth Pleasant.
Polatoglu backs his way in. Brody Parker for three. Swish.
Splash.
Solid start for the Warriors. A Brody Parker three. It's Parker, Shukai, and Gunnar Walters the guards. Stavros Polatoglu and Brandon McRena the forwards. Send it this way, throw it away in the direction of Jan Nueltis. He's joined by Brandon Beavers, Aaron Dolney, and Nathaniel Ward the guards. Alejandro Gonzalez the other forward. Brody Parker with it. Floated in for Polatoglu. Kind of similar look to their first possession.
Oh,
this
to work,
time,
big man.
Polatoglu turns and hits.
Catching a body down deep. Feeding Stavros early. Always a good decision to feed that big man.
Polatoglu comes in second on the team in rebounds per game. But so far doing his work down low as he contests the shot. Comes up short from Ward. And the rebound away to the Warriors.
I think LT likes that mismatch of their center on Stavros.
Parker, hands off for Walters. And we'll get a whistle and an offensive foul on that exchange between Parker and Gunnar Walters. And we'll get a look this afternoon at two very talented guards for their respective teams. Kind of do-it-all guys in their own rights. Brandon Beavers for LTU, Gunnar Walters for the Warriors.
Yes, both those guys are tremendous at their position, really just doing whatever they can to bring the team on their back.
Pass across the baseline, deflected out of play. And you look at a guy like Beavers, first on the team in points per game, also averages 8 rebounds per, and he's third in the conference in assists per game with 5. Float it, can't hit from Aaron Dolney. Away with it comes McRena.
Well, Hezzy, step back, no look, pass it out.
They'll swing it around, handoff goes to Gunnar Walters straight away with 16 to shoot. Send it this way for McRena. We'll get a tie-up down low and a foul. Talked about Gunnar Walters a moment ago. First on the team in points per game at just over 15 per. He's also 5 times this year led the team in assists for a game. So again, two guys in Walters and Brandon Beavers that can really do a lot of things for their teams. Baseline inbound for the Warriors, floated up high, gets it right back from Polatoglu.
It's a lot of physicality at the women's game about 30 minutes ago. See if we can see any here.
Hanging, can't hit. Tapped his own miss, but controlled by Beavers.
Transition
Off and
three.
running three.
Oh, good.
Corralled by Ward. He'll drive baseline, had it blocked by Polatoglu. We'll stay at this end, 16 to shoot. We're already 2.5 minutes in. Warriors up 5. It was a three-pointer by Brody Parker got things going, and then a lay-in by Polatoglu, your only scoring so far.
Travel, though.
Traveling was Aaron Dolney. That'll turn it over back to the Warriors. Warriors, along with Beavers, will have to pay attention to number 2 in blue, Aaron Dolney. Comes in 11 points per game. Also 37% from deep, leads his team in 3-point attempts this year.
Try to give him a little jab step, little hezzy fake. Ooh, sidestep.
Stepping back was Gunnar Walters. Hands off with 10 to shoot.
He takes it himself. Inside pass.
Polatoglu.
Fade away. Ooh. Smooth with it. Kind of panicking. They did have some time on the shot clock. Kind of just threw it up off his back leg. Made it in.
At the other end, layup no good from Ward. Tapped and controlled by Polatoglu. 7-zip out of the gate. Rising, firing, scoring is Brody Parker.
Good little jump shot there.
Parker already with 5, hasn't scored in double figures in his last couple games, as responding at the other end is Dolney.
Open lane, layup, jelly.
First bucket for the Blue Devils.
Deep three.
Walters for 3, too strong. Rebound one-handed by Ward.
Get a
Poke
pickpocket.
free by Shukai, controlled by LTU. Stepping in, Ward layup short. Rebound to Brody Parker.
Everyone wanted their hand in the cookie jar. Didn't get it. Missed the shot though.
McRena had it for a moment there, gave off to Gunnar Walters. Finished last game on Wednesday as Polatoglu lays it in. Splits 2 defenders and in to finish that thought as we get a timeout. To finish that thought on McRena. Led the Warriors last game with 22. Good to see him get going again for the Warriors. 11-2 our score, 15:41 to go in the first half. This is your home of Warriors basketball.
Three, two, one.
Warriors red hot out of the gate, 11-2 our score. They're 5 of 7 from the floor to just 1 of 7 for the Blue Devils. Lawrence Tech will have it out of the timeout.
Steve, they're not even bad shots that they're taking here. They're either wide open or very contested shots. So as I say that, 3.
There is a wide open 3. Can't hit it from Gonzalez. Second chance, no.
Scrappy rebound.
Jan Nueltis had an opportunity, couldn't hit. There was some traffic underneath the hoop, and away with it comes Rochester up 9.
In between the legs, some shifty dribbling here.
Walters floats it down low. Polatoglu kicks it back
Deep
outside.
three.
Brody Parker for
Woo!
3. Yes, sir, Brody Parker. Parker's got 8. He's 3 of 4 from the floor.
He's just lights out right now.
And again, we said it before that last time out, Brody Parker hadn't scored in double figures in either of his last 2 games. He's already up to 8 so far, and we've only played 5.5 minutes. He'll stop at the free throw line, outside for McRena. Swinging around Gunnar Walters.
Good ball movement.
Jan Nueltis
Jelly
score
and
it,
1.
and the foul.
And 1.
Walters had the matchup on Jan Nueltis. He took advantage, got to the hoop, count it, and 1.
I think we got another timeout here.
With
media timeout here.
14:24 to go in the first half. All Rochester to begin this one, 16-2. We'll step aside on your home for Warriors basketball. 14:24 to go in the first half. My broadcast partner Trent Fagan, I'm Stephen MacDonald. Game 2 on the day between the Warriors and Blue Devils of Lawrence Tech. Women of Rochester winning their game earlier today. Gunnar Walters at the free throw line got it.
And one.
Yeah, took on Janueltis right before that timeout, the media timeout, and that's an offensive foul at the other end.
Coach Pleasant knew it from the get-go.
That'll be the first on Cameron McEvans, who's into the ball game now. It's Beavers, McEvans, Ward, Blake Lund, and Gonzalez on the floor for Lawrence Tech. Brody Parker, Shukai Walters, James Fisher has it now, and Brandon McRena.
Trying to go to work there. Couldn't really get anything. Ooh.
Walters
stays down here, though. Shifty pass on the inside.
Walters tried that no-looker, had McRena cutting, just couldn't connect. McRena will inbound it.
Deep
Rise
three,
and
though.
fire three.
Woo!
Give me that.
Splash.
Gunnar Walters not shy to let it fly off that inbound feed. Give the assist to Brandon McRena. Ward drives in. Looks like that got disrupted by Fisher.
Yeah, James is, he lets him get, ooh, deep three.
Walters
Ooh!
with
Heat
range.
check. Heat check.
He was at the wing on the logo at midcourt. He knocks it down. It's 23-2. A timeout called with 13:33. We'll step aside on the Rochester Sports Network. All Warriors to begin this one. Similar story to what we saw with the women's game just a couple hours ago. 13:30 to go in the first half of play.
As you look up at the scoreboard, if you're an LT, you just want to get something on the board right here.
Fading back, Gonzalez can't hit. Rebound down the Warriors, up the floor for Fisher.
Has him in the air, kicks it out. Ooh.
Brody Parker snares it, floats.
Acrobatic.
And we've got a whistle underneath. Excellent job by Brody Parker snaring that ball right in front of the Blue Devils bench. Doesn't get the shot to fall, but looks like he'll go to the free throw line. His team up big in this one, 23-2.
See if they can extend that lead here. Like the aggression out of Rochester so far.
First
keeping the gas on the pedal.
First one's good from Brody Parker. They'll send Brett White in, along with Shukai, Walters, Parker, who's shooting free throws, and James Fisher. Second one rolls around, pops out. 1 out of 2 for Brody Parker, but he's off to a hot start in this one, has 9 points already. 7 minutes into the first half, driving on Fisher. Pinballs around and down. That was Brandon Beavers on the drive. That's that man that kind of does it all for Lawrence Tech.
They're going to need him right here, especially to come
Absolutely.
back. Fade away. Woo!
Gunnar Walters absolutely feeling it. Him and Brody Parker just on a tear to begin this one.
Step back. Splash.
Excellent response by Lawrence Tech.
Still have
Brandon
no
Beavers.
answer. Still have no answer for Brody Parker and Gunnar Walters, though. They are just kind of doing whatever they want right now.
Walters with it. He's got 13 already. Comes in averaging 15 per game. So his next bucket will put him at his season average. Warriors have 7 to shoot off a screen from Fisher.
Ooh.
Stolen away, had it pulled away.
Try to get it to Fisher, but didn't work there. Open three.
3 off the rim. Rebound away to Brett White. Yeah, Brody Parker has 9. Gunnar Walters with 13. Fisher, dribble hands off for Brody Parker. He'll try a 3. No luck
Fish
this
gets it,
time.
though.
Long offensive board for James
Go to
Fisher.
work.
Off glass. Fisher on the way in.
Killing himself on that layup. Just took a baseline.
Warriors up a couple touchdowns on this football Saturday. Driving Beavers, right-handed good.
Good response. Good response so far out of the Blue Devils, but still down by a lot here.
Shukai, corner pocket 3.
Splash!
Buries it.
It's
Shukai,
relentless.
Shukai hasn't shot it very well from three-point range this season, only around 26%. But didn't matter on that try.
Woo.
Going up strong with it at the rim was Aaron Dolney and throws it away.
Tried to yam it on our big guy, James Fisher down there.
Yeah,
Sadly did not pay off.
you have to go up strong when you're going up against 24 in gray for the Warriors. He can block a shot and then some. So Dolney not holding back on that dunk attempt. 10:40 to go in the half. Warriors up 31-9. Shukai a little bit off balance on that try. Away with it comes McEvans. He'll dance on Brett White.
Like the decision making out of Brett White there. He was going to go up for it, but just decide body contact is all I'm going to do. Try not to draw a foul here early in the game.
Warriors began the game 5 of 7 shooting. They're up to 12 of 16. That's 75% for those of you keeping track at home.
On the ball, loose ball.
Thrown out of bounds, will
stay down
stay
here.
at this end. Still 5 to shoot for the Warriors. Looks like a fan across the way wanting a reset of the shot clock says possession changed hands, but looking up, looks like that fan knows what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Got that 20-second reset there. 15 to go on that reset.
No look
Shukai
across.
with it in the corner. 10 to shoot as they give it up to Brody Parker. Couple jab steps. He'll
Spin, cycle.
and lays it up and in. Brody
my
Parker
gosh.
going to work on Blake Lund.
Put him in the spin cycle for the bucket. Open three.
Gonzalez for 3. Rebound down to Brett White. Off and running come the Warriors with Shukai.
That transitional play that they were. Ooh, heat check. Bang.
Brett White for 3. That's a timeout on the floor with 9:20 to play. 36-9 our score. And Brett White knocked down a couple threes last time we were here against Aquinas. Gets his number called there and fills it up. We'll step aside for a moment on your home for Warriors basketball. The Warriors cannot be stopped right now. We've got 9:20 to go in the first half. They're 14 of 18 from the floor. They're 6 of 8 from three-point range. So for those of you keeping score at home, that's almost 78% from the floor and 75% from three for Lawrence Tech. Meanwhile, they're 4 of 18 shooting to begin the game. With it, passing off, gives off to Ward. He'll turn and score, working on Fisher.
It's a good start for them. Good start for them. As we were talking about before this game even started there, Steve, this was a big game for either team here in the WAC. Conference play is very tight. Ooh, cross-court pass for the three. Doesn't make it drop. Oh, James, strong
Brody
body.
Parker with the three. Fisher tapped out the rebound. And looks like they'll get him for the contact.
So far, this is a statement game for Rochester Warriors as James Fisher goes to the bench. A little frustrated than he'd like to be.
Fisher picks up his first, just the team's second. Back into the game for Fisher is Polatoglu. Driving Gonzalez. Gives off for Ward. He'll lay it up. Comes up off. Rebound down to Polatoglu.
Tough rebound, though, but that's the game that they're all playing. Ooh, step back.
Walters for three.
Ooh.
Well short on the step back try. But when you have 13 points already in the first half like he does, you'll put up that shot feeling pretty good about your chances.
I wouldn't be surprised if he took that again in another situation, another play. He is a guy that doesn't shy away for three.
For three from Gonzalez on the feed from Brandon Beavers. Warriors have two players already in double figures as Walters leads everyone with 13. He'll give off Brett White. Too strong that time. Hit a three a few minutes ago from that exact spot. Off and running is McEvans, who will lay it up and in.
Thought we were going to get a takeoff there, Steve. Nope, just a routine layup line. Starting to chip away at that lead here.
Braylon Toney into the ball game. He'll pass off for Polatoglu. Polatoglu can't find the range on that pass as he throws it away into the corner.
We've got some fan favorites on the court right now. Braylon Toney and Brunel, what's his last name?
Yeah, looks like Brett White, Brody Parker, Trey Payne, Brett White, Polatoglu, and Braylon Toney.
Open three.
Three is up. Spin it out. Offensive board for Ward. He'll spin. Rolls around and off. Corralled by Brody Parker. Couple chances as Polatoglu gets stripped on his way up by Cameron McEvans.
Really wanted it.
Pass. Bounced it in looking for Gonzalez.
But it's shots like that, Steve, that, you know, LT has been taking all game, and they're just not dropping. It's not like they're bad shots. He's going up into the paint. It's just not falling for him.
They're shooting 25% to begin the ball game. Brandon Beavers, as he typically does, leads them with 7. He's 3 for 3 from the floor. 13 for Walters, 11 for Brody Parker. Polatoglu draws a double team. He'll send it outside for Braylon Toney. He'll drive in.
Left
Off
side.
glass, no. Away with it comes Lawrence Tech. Running is Beavers. Got it. And the foul.
One.
Brandon Beavers doing what he can to keep his team in this. But they have some work to do.
They are chipping away here, though. They're on like a 6-point run right now.
Beavers up to 9 points and give him 10. He's perfect shooting today so far, 4 for 4 overall. He's 1 of 1 from three-point range and has hit just there his lone free throw so far. Brody Parker with it working to his right. He'll rise, come up short. Well contested shot that time.
Clint Pleasant really wanting the foul on that one, being pretty animated about not getting anything.
Coach Pleasant in his 13th season as head coach. Beavers with it. He'll try left side, drops it off far corner. On the drive is Matthews.
Somehow got the ball inbounds.
Yeah, they throw it back out high. Driving Ward, high off glass, pinballs and falls. Excellent job by Nathaniel Ward.
Ward finally gets one to drop in the paint here. Hits you with some confidence that you got one, so let's get it going here.
Just
LT.
the second make for Nathaniel Ward. He's 2 of 9. Bounce pass
Backdoor
in,
pass.
and traveling with it was Trey Payne along the baseline.
You know, fun fact, Steve, we actually went to high school together, me and Trey. It's pretty cool. He was a dog in high school, and he's a dog here for the Warriors.
Payne now in his junior season from Sterling Heights, Michigan. Played just 9 games all of last year. Haven't seen too much of him so far this season. Did get some minutes in the opener against Lambton. And we'll get a kick ball on that skip pass down low. Couple subs getting ready to check in for the Blue Devils. Looks like Dolney and Blake Lund. He's Trent Fagan. I'm Stephen MacDonald. On the controls for us in game 2 of the day is Grace Lotus. Driving Ward, traveled with it.
Everyone is just packing their bags today, man. About the second or third travel call we've had already.
5:18 to go in the first half. 36-18 is our score. Warriors have led it from the jump. McReno with it. Goes all the way to the free throw line before he sends it out high for Braylon Toney.
Have really slowed down here. Shot out of a cannon here in the first couple minutes. As I say that,
Toney
three.
open three. Tapped off the baseline by Beavers. Will stay at this end as the shot clock resets to that 20. Back in comes McEvans.
Beavers doing all that he can to carry this team right now.
McReno, baseline 2, pops off the rim, away to McEvans.
There it is.
He gets his pocket picked by Braylon Toney. Off and running Gunnar Walters.
And one!
Counted and a foul.
Talk your stuff, kid. Shrugging it off like it's nothing, everyday business for him.
They'll give Gonzalez the foul. That's 15 points for Gunnar Walters, 6 of 8 from the floor. They'll send James Fisher back in.
Now, Steve, every time I see Braylon Toney on the court, whether it's just for a stint of 5-6 minutes, he always makes an impact. Everything he does on the offensive and or defensive side of the ball is just impactful to the game.
Free throw is through from Gunnar Walters. A 3-point play coming off the steal by Braylon Toney. He averages just north of 1 per game as that shot comes off to James Fisher. And yeah, you mentioned it, Trent. He does average 14 minutes per game this year, but he makes the most of those 14 minutes more often than not. Curling is Gunnar Walters. He'll send it far side for Brody Parker. Backing in, Fisher hooks. And got it.
Now, you have to assist that to Brody. He told him exactly where he wanted him to pass, and James just got there. Big body, big muscles on the guy, and he just delivered the point. That is a perfect play out of the two duo.
Jan Nueltis
Travel
off
again
to Nathaniel Ward, and again, Nathaniel Ward called for the travel, just has to hold his water a bit better on some of these drives.
Second one he's gotten already.
Warriors with it, up big. They're shooting 59% from the floor as we get an offensive foul away from the basketball.
James can't believe it. James Fisher cannot believe what was just called on him. Neither can the bench.
That'll be the second on Fisher, team's 4th. And going back to that shooting for the Warriors, 59% so far in this first half shoot at 47% on the season. They're shooting at 53% in conference play. Anthony Shukai pins it to the backboard.
He saw the
Walters
backdoor.
on the crossover
Acrobatic.
to the corner for McReena.
Give him the assist.
Long 2.
Oh, the highlight reel was there. Could not make it happen. Going back to that block. Wow, he just knew the back door was open. Another one maybe? Oh.
Fisher just a second too late. Gets it off glass to go. Looks like Polatoglu getting set to check back in. We've got 3:10 and counting to go in the first half. Brody Parker with it, working on Blake Lund. They'll switch off with Nathaniel Ward.
Somehow got it though.
And looks like we'll get a foul on the floor against Ward. That'll send Polatoglu in for James Fisher.
Gotta love that duo. Gotta love the big man duo. 2 towers for the Rochester Warriors.
While we get a moment, we'd like to remind you to follow the Warriors on Twitter and Instagram at RUWarriors for all the latest news and scores.
Backdoor.
Walters bouncer inside looking for Polatoglu. And you can also check out the Warriors team store for all your apparel needs. Everything Under Armour, including t-shirts, hats, hoodies, and more. Head to rochesterwarriors.com/team-store. Ward with it, working on Polatoglu. Pivots, had it poked loose by Gunnar Walters, taken away by Brody Parker to the front court. Curling goes McReena off a screen from Polatoglu. 2:25 to go in the first half. He
tries a backdoor pass of his own. Saying to his teammates, I can do
that
too. Woo, Spence cycle.
The Warriors, baseline turning.
Oh my.
Offensive rebound tapped, but taken by Nathaniel Ward that time.
Acrobatic shot.
Beavers stopped and started in the lane, send it outside, swing it all the way around. Deflected and out along the Warriors bench. 20 to shoot. We've got 1:57 to go in the first half. Braylon Toney will come in for Gunnar Walters.
See if he can make an impact already.
Walters heads to the bench with 16. Three is up and rattles off from Blake Lund. Parker driving, caught a body on his way through, poked away, McEvans off and running, and he'll lay it up and in.
Thought we were going to get another chase down block here.
They'll push it ahead over in the far corner for Braylon Toney. McReena, 16 to shoot for the Warriors, baseline drive, throw up a shot, and we'll get a whistle and a foul on the drive.
Thought we were about to get a Larry Bird-esque over the rim, over the backboard.
That'll be the 7th foul going against Lawrence Tech. That'll be the 3rd on Gonzalez. Tough half for Gonzalez, has 3 fouls and no points. Free throw rips the net from Anthony Shukai. And that's the surprising thing too, Trent, about this first half struggle from the Blue Devils offensively. They have plenty of guys that can score the basketball. We talked about Beavers just south of 19 points per game, Dolney with 11, and McEvans just under 11 points per game. So they do have guys that can score the basketball, just haven't had too much of an easier time with it in this first half of play.
Yeah, and I think they're really focusing on Ward. Ooh, step back. Had him lost.
Step back.
Wow.
Goes through for Brandon Beavers, right on cue, says, hey, watch this. I got 19 points per game, and I'll show you why. 43-25, final minute of play in this first half. Parker driving middle, had it ripped away. He goes down hard, and that'll get a foul, but he gets his money's worth on the foul. Looks like they'll get Dolney with that whistle.
That was a tough collision right there.
Correction, they give it to Brandon Beavers. Clock stops with 54.2 to go.
We got some conversations was happening between number 2 on LT and number 1.
Looks like the official sorting everybody out. Brody Parker at the free throw line. First one jumps off.
Oh, Braylon Tony, though.
Braylon Tony sneaks in and swipes it. 45 seconds to go in the first half. Shukai skips it over, pass picked off. Brandon Beavers off and running the other direction, steps through and goes crashing in to the Warriors cheerleaders over on the baseline. Everybody looks to be okay. Beavers is back up. McRena for 3 is off. Braylon Tony hits the deck, and away with it comes McEvans. Crossing up, steps back, fills it up. Cameron McEvans dances on Brody Parker, and all of a sudden it's a 13-point game in the final 10 seconds. Warriors will hold on to it. Shukai at the logo, 3 to shoot, 2, have to put up a shot with 1, and that's off to the right by Brody Parker at the buzzer. A wild finish to the final minute of play in that first half. Warriors lead it by 13, but the Blue Devils certainly closed the gap there in the final few minutes. Get a couple stats from that first 20 minutes of play. Warriors shoot at 51.6% from the floor, 6 of 14 from three-point range. They had 15 points off 10 Lawrence Tech turnovers, and it was Gunnar Walters finishing with a game-high 16 points, while Brandon Beavers finished with 15 on 6 of 7 shooting in that first half of play. We'll step aside for the halftime break, come back with the second half of play between the Warriors and the Blue Devils right here on the Rochester Sports Network. Second half just moments away from getting going. Warriors lead it by 13 after the break. Gunnar Walters finished that first half with a game-high 16 on 6 of 8 shooting. Brandon Beavers on the other side for Lawrence Tech had 15 on 6 of 7 shooting, including 2 of 2 from three-point range.
Don't let the scoreboard fool you. The Rochester Warriors were up 36-9 at one point, and the LT Blue Devils have came back with a force to be reckoned with.
Up faking goes Dolney. He'll pass off to Beavers. Free throw line for Ward. Ward was hit with a couple travels back in that first half. 13 to shoot, charging in. Corner three. Skips off the rim from Jan Nueltis.
Big three does not hit. I think everyone thought Beavers was going to go up with it. Decided to dish it at the last second.
McRena with it went 0 for 3 in that first half. Backing in Polatoglu. Outside for
Good
Shukai.
dish.
Rips the net. The second
What a
three.
dime, bro.
The second three of the afternoon from Anthony Shukai.
What a dime indeed. Dime of his
Dolney
own, maybe?
for three. Answers
Flash.
right back. Aaron Dolney responds to the Anthony Shukai three. He'll try again. Near side corner. Comes up well
A little short.
Rebound away to Beavers. He'll step back on Gunnar Walters. Drive. Score it. Counted on a
And
foul.
one.
Coach Pleasant not happy with that last defensive effort on the push from Brandon Beavers. 46-35. We're a minute 18 into the second half. Brandon Beavers to the free throw line.
Coach Pleasant talking to his point guard, Brody, telling him, hey, you got to get there, man. You got to stop him before he gets his feet set. Maybe take a charge here. Beavers is kind of just having his way so far. Got him back to a 10-point deficit now. See if they can do anything with it.
Beavers now up to 18. He hit the free throw, just the second
Back.
free throw attempt as that pass off the mark looking for McRena. Just 2 free throw attempts so far for the Blue Devils, 7 on the other side for the Warriors. But Rochester still maintaining a 10-point lead. Dolney swings it around for Jan Nueltis. Kick it outside for 34 in blue. He'll drive baseline. Beavers for three. Halfway down, and it popped out for him. Stretched the floor for McRena, had it blocked. Blake Lund got up for the block. He'll hand it off to Lund into the corner for Ward. Driving on Polatoglu, turns back, gets caught up in the paint. 15 to shoot for the Blue Devils.
Deep
long three through.
Flash in his mouth, in his grill. All the momentum right now towards the Blue Devils. And you got to think, maybe call a timeout here, maybe do something, let the boys play, maybe change it up.
Shukai on the drive.
And one.
Got it off glass, and the foul. Looks like that's Lund underneath the hoop.
It's the exact spark that the Warriors need right now. Here's Steve.
And really, we talked about it sort of middle stages of that first half. Lawrence Tech has several guys, as we said, that can score the basketball, just weren't doing it that first 10, 12 minutes or so of that first half, but since then have really turned it on in a big way, and they've made this back into a ball game as Shukai's free throw's good.
Extend that lead again to 10 points. Like we said before, something about this LT in that first half just really was not there, and they're really just proving that they're picking it up.
Beavers baseline drive.
Smokes it. hate to see that. Oh my gosh, had an open lane
Brody
and all.
Parker on the other end beats his man and lays it in.
Telling him that's how you do it. Very similar play.
Tough break on one end for Brandon Beavers. On the other
Deep
side
three.
for three. Controlled by Gunnar Walters. He's into the front court with it. 16:36 to go. Brody Parker to his right. Swing it around for Pulatoglu.
Oh,
Stolen by Nathaniel Ward, who's off and running. Doesn't have numbers, but he'll go in and draw the foul.
you can see James Fisher getting ready to sub in right now. He might be the calling that they need. As we talked about that combo of the two towering bigs on this Rochester team. One picks up where the other leaves off.
That'll be the second foul on Gunnar Walters. Down low, big mismatch down low. They have Gunnar Walters on Gonzalez, posts him up and hits.
Hate to see that, but everyone was pushed out. They liked the mismatch, the ISO. Took advantage of it, got 2 on the board.
Still a 10-point ball game, 4 minutes in to the second half. Down low for Fisher, outside McRena, extra pass. He'll get it back. Thought about the three, he'll try the three. No help from the rim that time. Offensive rebound for Fisher.
Still got it with one arm nonetheless. What an athlete, man. Had a guy on him, another guy in the vicinity, still got the rebound with one arm.
The foul goes against Gonzalez. That's his 4th. He'll go to the bench.
He was trying to get in there.
Stolen
Took
away
it.
by Beavers.
Take off.
Ahead for Ward.
Yay!
And he'll flush it down. Again, Brandon Beavers, kind of that do-it-all guard for the Blue Devils, takes the ball away, and he'll get the assist on the dunk for Nathaniel Ward. Driving, scoring,
And one.
counted in a foul for Brody Parker.
They're just going back and forth right now. Both these amazing guards are just showing why they put the team on their back right now. What one does, the other one does better. Going back and forth right now.
Brody Parker's got 15. He has a chance with this free throw to tie Gunnar Walters. And he'll do just that. Walters and now Brody Parker both with 16. Brandon Beavers leads everyone with 18. Logo
Deep three.
Swish.
Oh my
Aaron
gosh.
Dolney showing the range.
And these two were talking at one of the fouls other time. Might be some beef that's kind of stewing. Oh.
They'll say it went off of, looks like Blake Lund as he was going down to the ground. That pass intended for Fisher. We'll get our media timeout called, 54-46. We've got 14:59 to go in the ball game from Garth Pleasant Arena on your home for Warriors basketball. Still 14:59 to go in the game. And at this point, still anyone's game. 54-46 our score. Baseline inbound for the Warriors. They'll send it all the way up high for Fisher. And we'll get a grab and a foul on Beavers.
Blue Devils coach did not like that one bit. Pleading his case right now to his players.
It'll be the second on number 0, Brandon Beavers. Stepping back, Gunnar Walters hesitates.
Ooh, double spin.
Pivots, throws up a shot, no. Rebound down to Beavers.
Underhand.
Stepping through, got his man airborne. With it in the corner now is Dolney.
Hand in the
McEvans
face.
for 3.
Very contested shot there by James Fisher.
Into the corner, Shukai for 3. Runs it off the rim, rebound down to Aaron Dolney. That would have been the third three-pointer for Shukai this afternoon had he buried it. Away with it comes Brody Parker.
Ooh.
And going down hard. Shukai might have hit his head on his way down. He'll make his way back up. Looks to be okay, but again, just didn't look good as he went down, his head kind of snapping back.
Both sides of the ball there. Very, very dramatic fall there for the Warriors. And LT pleading their case of why they think that was not a foul.
In any case, first free throw's good by Shukai. And quickly up off the bench and checking in is Brett White. 14:07 still to go. One more coming from Shukai at the line. And he gets both. It's Shukai, Fisher, Brody Parker, Brett White, and Gunnar Walters on the floor for the Warriors.
You know what they say is ball don't lie there, Steve. Ball do not lie.
McEvans, too strong. Offensive rebound for Ward. Doesn't want to travel with it, so he sends it back outside. Gets it back from Dolney. He'll drive on Fisher.
Ooh, doesn't get the N1 to fall. James standing there wondering, how is that not a travel? Or how is that not his fault?
That'll be the third on Fisher, team's third.
Gotta be careful here.
McEvans, or scratch that, that's Beavers on the inbound.
Brett White almost got that there. Went up for the jump ball. Did not come down with it, though. Deep three.
Comes up short from Beavers. And tapped out on the far side. This will go the other way with Rochester. Brandon Beavers, despite that last miss, has done what he does best all season long, and that's do a little bit of everything, as we've said. Has 18 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists today.
Rochester has a few of those guys of their own, though. And Brody Parker and Gunnar Walter. Kind of been a minute man for both of them.
Parker has it now. Jab steps for 3. Woo! Buries it.
Swish. Rochester
Brody Parker hits the 3. That gives him 19. He breaks that tie with Gunnar Walters, who has 16. Anthony Shukai, the other Warrior, in double figures with 13. It's 59-46 with 13:09 to go. We'll take the timeout from Garth Pleasant Arena on the Rochester Sports Network. 13:09 to go in the ball game. Warriors lead it by 13. Had to check in on this during that last timeout. The Warriors' top 3 scorers are their starting guards from this one: Brody Parker, Gunnar Walters, and Anthony Shukai. Those 3 alone have combined for 45 points in this one. They also have 10 rebounds between them and 6 assists. So again, all 3 of them just carrying the load this afternoon. McEvans for 3. Offensive rebound, Ward. Send it back outside for Lund. Dolney for 3. Rebound down. Another rebound for Brody Parker. That's his 6th to go along with those 19 points.
That is just really unfortunate for the Blue Devils. I mean, you have 2 back-to-back chances to get points on the board and do not fall any of those.
Fisher going to work down low, turns and scores off glass.
That's a big man right there. That's a big man.
Went right at his matchup down low. On the other end comes Beavers. Extra pass for Ward. And can't return the favor on James Fisher at the other end. Warriors off and running. They'll float it down low looking for Fisher. Was able to save it for the moment. Will stay at this end. Diving for it was Blake Lund.
Literally diving for it. Almost ended up in some seats on the court side right there. Would have not been pretty if that happened.
Yeah, the Rochester fans down there along that courtside seating. Couple pats on the back for Blake Lund as he got up. Spinning to the baseline, scoring.
The double move was
Brett
pretty
White.
impressive. Good move by him. Starting to make a difference here. Might be the X factor to put this game away for the Rochester Warriors.
Yeah, very similar to the women's game we saw earlier. Warriors jumped out to that big early lead as driving and scoring is Dolney. But then Lawrence Tech able to close that gap for sure in the second half. But every time the Blue Devils felt they had a response, the Warriors responded back and were able to close it out. Leaning back and filling it.
Oh, he
goes
called him
Brett
small.
White. And Brett White will get teed up after making that last bucket. Smile on the face of number 10, Brett White. Coach Pleasant comes out to defend his player, but he will get teed up for that gesture after the basket. 11-12 to go in our game.
Called him small, got teed up for it. Now, I don't know if I agree with that. Just because the way it's going, this game has been going, it's just been a back and forth. Been a little chippy here and there with Brody Walker and number 2 for the Blue Devils. Get one, they get one.
And we did see earlier on in our game as Brody Parker was shooting some free throws, kind of got into a little bit of a jawing match with Aaron Dolney at the free throw line, so maybe a byproduct of some of the chirping going on this afternoon. Free throw, the technical foul free throw goes.
I just once again just don't agree with that, Steve. I mean, that's just the nature of the game, how it's been going right now of you know, it's been chippy, it's been chirpy, and I think it's a little too early to call something like that. I mean, you know, Blue Devils have said some stuff, Rochester Warriors have said some stuff. Just don't know if right there is the correct call. Maybe it's something he said. Maybe it's something he said down on courtside. Can't hear.
Beavers with it. They'll skip it over. Corner pocket 3, too strong from Blake Lund. It's Beavers, McEvans, Dolney, Lund, and Gonzalez on the floor for Lawrence Tech. Parker bounces it in for McRena, saves it to James Fisher, out high for Shukai, who had it poked free.
James did his own rendition of the no-look pass there. I don't know if you saw that there, Steve, but pretty impressive stuff out of the big guy. Spin move,
Fisher
baseline,
on the reverse.
Oh, up and under.
No pressure for James Fisher, had 6 to shoot. He spun baseline and went up strong with the reverse. 10.5 to go. Send it outside Gonzalez. Extra pass McEvans driving. Throws up a shot, no, but he'll get fouled.
James visibly upset with that one. He just knows that he's a better defender than that.
And that is the frustration from Fisher. That'll be his 4th, as he has 8 points so far today. To the line goes Cameron McEvans. First free throw from him comes up short. Braylon Toney back in for the Warriors, as well as Stavros Polatoglu. Just the 4th free throw attempt of the day for Lawrence Tech on that first one coming from McEvans. He'll have one more. It is up and good.
Makes it only a 17-point lead here. And, oh, they're starting to press here. LT's starting to press.
Braylon Toney will walk it across the timeline, hands off for Gunnar Walters.
The offense does really change when you have Stavros and James Fisher switched in.
Polatoglu tried to hook up on the second chance try. Got it back.
Oh!
Stavros Polatoglu putting in work down low, gets rewarded with 2. We're inside of 10 to go. It's 69-50. Spot up 3 is up, and off the heel from Noam Edry.
Now, we love to see the growth out of Stavros because he is one of those players that is, when he is caught underneath the basket, sometimes does dish it out, but that time was rewarded with the big body.
Braylon Toney, long 2 off a screen from Polatoglu.
Stavros once again.
Polatoglu tapped that out, and then kind of directing traffic underneath the hoop. 12 to shoot for the Warriors off the reset. They'll wrap it around for Braylon Toney, and then some miscommunication on the off-ball cut sends it out of bounds. Warriors called timeout. We've got 9:11 to go. Warriors up by 19 over the Blue Devils, as the Warriors lead the all-time series 13-2. We'll take the timeout with them on your home for Warriors basketball. .9:11 to go in the ball game. Warriors in control, 69-50. Make sure to subscribe to the Rochester Sports Network on YouTube so you never miss a minute of Warriors athletics. Live streaming of home games archived right here on the RSN feed. We'll have every basketball home game streaming live on the Rochester Sports Network. Beavers across midcourt with it, gives off to Ward. Lund on a drive baseline, had it swatted by Shukai. 16 to shoot for Lawrence Tech. Beavers gets it back at the free throw line, floats, and hits.
He almost got his own rebound, too. If that missed, he was up there.
Had his head at the rim, waiting for that ball to jump off, but it sinks for him.
A little behind-the-back crafty play out of Walters.
Beavers has 20. He reclaims the game high from Brody Parker, who has 19. Walters for 3. Clangs off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Cameron McEvans. He'll drive on Macrina, steps back, feeds off for Brandon Beavers. Curling Lund for three, runs it off the rim, rebound down to Polatoglu. He's done well in the rebounding category today as he approaches 10 rebounds on the afternoon. Shukai all the way in, just can't finish the job. Polatoglu goes straight up and has it knocked away out of bounds with 7:45 to play. That rebound a moment ago for Polatoglu, his 9th. Also has 5 assists for the big man here this afternoon to go along with 6 points. Walters turns around a couple times. Braylon Tony left it for Polatoglu, who goes up and looks like a foul called on his way up.
Thought we were about to get a Greek slam here.
That'll be the 3rd against Brandon Beavers. He's Trent Fagan. I'm Stephen McDonald. On the controls for this second game of our doubleheader is Grace Lotus. Polatoglu off the mark on his first.
Oh, okay. One second.
Knocks down the second. It's 70-52. Warriors average just about 84 points per game. They're right about that mark on pace for today. Ward had it knocked loose, got it back, but can't hit the shot.
Oh, all of his teammates are running back because they thought he had a bucket and could not come up with it.
They'll need a couple stops here with 7:05 to play. Stumbling with it is Gunnar Walters, able to save it. Didn't want to step over midcourt, but I think because it was deflected, he was safe either way. 10 to shoot for the Warriors. He'll get a screen from Polatoglu.
There it is.
Lay it in
Fine
for Stavros
Stavros.
Polatoglu. Driving his Beavers. He'll go up straight with it. Got knocked down on the shot. Off and running is Rochester. Shukai steps through. No. And deflected out of play, will go the other way.
Braylon Tony, like the hustle out of him. Trying to get that loose ball. Could not come up with it, though.
Tony hasn't hit a shot this afternoon. Does have a pair of assists, however. A whistle away from the basketball.
Rebound number 3 can be Shukai. Checking in number 24,
James Fisher back out here. Haven't got a Fisher flush, though, out of him, though. His signature slam dunk and/or block.
Jab stepping was Gonzalez. He'll go in against Macrina. Rebound secured by James Fisher. 6 minutes to play from Garth Pleasant Arena. Braylon Tony for 3. Yes.
Splash!
First bucket for Braylon Tony is a 3.
This is the same story as the women's game, that Rochester just keeps extending that lead. Can't get anything
Deflected
there.
and stolen by Tony. He'll go off and running right to left. Kick it far side for Macrina. They'll settle it down with 5.5 to play. Fully in control of this one. Shukai off a screen from Fisher, who's trying to post up down low. He has the mismatch with the guard, Aaron Dolney. Shukai flips it up, no. Offensive rebound, Fisher. Floats it back outside Gunnar Walters. Walters, this side for Macrina. Wide open 3, give me that.
Splash! And just a brilliant play out of out of the Warriors caused the misdirection to have an open man in the corner for that tray.
Braylon Toney's first bucket a moment ago was a 3. Brandon McRena's first basket is a 3 as well. Stutter stepping goes McEvans. He'll lay it in and get the foul.
And one.
Nice hesitation drive from number 1 in blue that time pays off. Couple subs coming in for Lawrence Tech. One of those is Shamar Matthews. Free throw from McEvans won't fall. They'll send it back outside to him. Wanted to go up for 3, but then saw Brody Parker on his backside. Long 3 from Lund. Off the mark.
Once again, off of the free throws. Get an offensive rebound. 2 chances for a 3 there, Steve. Neither of them come up. And this is why the tail of the tape, the score is the way it is, because LT just can't get anything to fall here.
Fisher came up to set a screen just a moment ago as Walters will scoop and score and draw the foul. Walters rejected that first screen from Fisher, kind of waved him down, said, we got time, and then comes back, sets him another screen, and this time does get to the rim and draws the foul.
And one indeed.
Free throw's good for him. That'll tie him with Brody Parker with 19. Brandon Beavers still has a game-high 20.
Ooh,
and we'll
like
get
the
a
hustle, though.
Foul on Braylon Toney as they help each other up off the deck. He collided with McEvans. Just the first on Braylon Toney. That'll be the team's 8th. 3:58 to go. Warriors in full control of this one. They'll look to improve to 8-1 on the year, 3-1 in conference play unless something can happen in the next 3:58.
Very unlikely, though.
McRena battling for it, comes away with it. He'll give it off to Brody Parker, swing it through all the way back to Gunnar Walters. He stands with it now at the logo. 10 to shoot for the Warriors. Stepping back, working against, looks like that's Dolney. He'll step back, a long 2 and it's through.
Man. He's toying with them, man.
Warriors showing you just how good they are offensively here today. 21 for Walters, 19 for Brody Parker, 13 for Shukai. 3 on the way, comes up long from Gonzalez. He's had a tough day from 3-point range here today, has Gonzalez. Far side for McRena. He'll drive baseline, had it knocked away. Fisher
diving.
tried to hold it in, but held it in for McEvans, who's off and running. Gets his feet set for a 3 from Matthews.
Transitional 3 did not work for them.
Tried to go down low to the baseline for a cutting Braylon Toney. Outside, Dolney for 3, splash.
Seems to be like the only one who can shoot on their team for 3 is Dolan.
2:20 to go. Warriors look to empty the bench here at the next whistle. Looks like they've got Caleb Bird and George Rashatka, among others, over there at the scorer's table. Looks like Cameron Sutton has joined them as well. 10 to shoot for the Warriors. In possession with it is Gunnar Walters. 2 minutes to play. Brody Parker leans back, and he'll come up well short. Shot clock violation. We play on. Dolney, extra pass, McEvans for 3. Minute 45 to go again. Next whistle should see those reserves for the Warriors come in. And we will get the quick timeout so they can make that change with 1:38. Warriors lead at 83-57 as it looks like Trey Payne, George Rashodka, Cameron Sutton, and Caleb Bird will check in on the other side of this timeout. 1:38 remaining from Garth Pleasant Arena on your home for Warriors basketball.
Number 13, Cameron Sutton, and number 30, Caleb Bird.
So an all-new group aside from James Fisher, who's still out there. Rising from the free throw line was Trey Payne. Got his own miss. Partial reset, has 15 left on it. 10 to shoot as it comes up top for Sutton. He'll get bumped out along the baseline, driving, floating, and that gets the bench up. Coach Pleasant has to keep his guys back. He was going flying off the baseline, just throws up a shot and got it to go.
My goodness, man.
Driving is Beavers. They'll swing it around. Dolney for three. Can't connect. Rebound tapped and held in by Caleb Bird. To the front court with it comes Rashodka. Final 33 seconds and counting. Trey Payne steps back off a screen from Caleb Bird. 10 to shoot for the Warriors. They do have to get a shot off. They'll go inside for Fisher, who goes to work. Three on the way, rattled off from Sutton. Final 14 seconds as Beavers races in and scores it. Beavers
too late.
Gave it all he had, but it wasn't enough on this day. Final 3 seconds will tick down as Sutton dribbles out the time. 85-59 your final. Some final stats in this one before we sign off. The Warriors improve to 8-1 overall. They're 3-1 in the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference. Brandon Beavers finishes with a game-high 22, while Gunnar Walters was one of 3 Warriors in double figures. He has 21 and 7 rebounds to go along with 4 assists. Brody Parker finishes with 19 points and 8 rebounds, and Anthony Shukai, the last Warrior in double figures, with 13 points and 2 assists. So for SID Hussein Murray and my broadcast partner Trent Fagan, I'm Stephen McDonald saying so long from Garth Pleasant Arena, where your final score one final time is the Warriors 85 and the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils 59. This has been a presentation of the Rochester Sports Network.